Very early in the morning, Jolin met with his advisors about what to do for the coming war.
Comrades, one and all, Jolin said, the Greens have capitulated, and the Blues have sent me an ultimatum, saying that if we do not surrender, a weapon of unimaginable power will be used against us.
They are obviously bluffing, sir, one of his advisors said. There is no way the Blues could have a weapon of such destructive power.
They are the most technologically advanced, another advisor said. I think the Blues do have something.
But will they actually use it?
Another advisor said.
Who knows? The Blues may be too much of weaklings that they will never use this weapon against us.
Their artillery was dangerous, Krukov said. But that is a story for another time.
Jolin raised an eyebrow. So Krukov explained.
The Blues' artillery makes mincemeat of our soldiers. They deployed it with great effect against the Greens. I only wished that wasn't the case for us. But since we still mostly rely on human wave assaults, I suppose that casualties of that sort was to be a bit, expected.
Doesn't change the fact that I cannot surrender. Come what may, Jolin said.
You have too much pride to do anything of that sort, an advisor said.
Pride? No. Confidence.
I am certain that Rel would not have wanted us to be defeated like this, to surrender to a bunch of whimsy pansies like the Blues.
Just then, there was a commotion, and some strangers emerged into the room.
Well, Comrade Jolin,
the purple officer said. What is this? What are your country doing?
We're choosing a side, the purple officer said. We no longer see fit to serve you guys, so we're going to do the world a favor and turn you in before the Blues unleash something terrible.
Well, gents, let's take him in!
After some time had passed, a delegation from the Red Docents decided to meet the Allies in a peace negotiation. I think we've managed to gather all that we can, Tanbar said. You will surrender to us, and we will ensure that your country is not torn apart.
Well, not exactly what we were hoping for,
one of the Red Docents said.
But if it leads to peace, then I suppose we can get over it.
It's a bit more than that, Blueston began. I believe that your people deserve a little bit of self-preservation. Your leaders should be elected, not appointed by some committee. What Redosa's government does is none of your business, the delegate replied coldly. I'm afraid it is, Kaiser Karl said. Your current government has led to war with all of us. It is only natural that we will have an interest in making sure it does not happen again. Besides, a representative from the Whites said, there must be the preservation of peace, and it must be a just one. We can't just simply wait for you to just weaken yourself, only to declare war on all of us again.
You all got your territory, the Red said. What more do you want?
We just simply want your promise to never engage in war again, Ataturk said. There's been too much blood spilt already. And we don't want to see the pride of any nation being erased. Young men have died. It's only fair that we stop that from happening again.
Don't be stupid, the Redocents began,
but Giorno held up his hand. You are the defeated power here. We are offering you more than generous terms. If you don't like that, then we would go with the harshest manners possible, such as the complete and total demilitarization of your people. We're not asking for you to change your government too much. Just put in a leader who won't cause problems. The Red Docents considered it, but it was clear that steam would be coming out of their ears. Fine.
We will agree to your terms for now. May we withdraw?
Very well, Tatsu began. You may withdraw, but come back. We will hammer out the details later. The Red Docents departed, leaving the allies to discuss what was going to happen next.
Blueston,
Tanbars began. Your ideas of self-preservation are good, but I don't think that it would be the best outcome. Blueston has his ideas, the White representative said. It's not bad for him to have hope for a new future. Besides, we want to ensure that there is no future conflict. Quite often, the grounds for the next conflict are based in the one that has just ended. But there are still things that are unresolved, Carl said. Like the Orange's attacks and capture of our territory. You legally ceded those territories to me, Ataturk reminded. That wasn't me. That was Greymark. And I have the authority to undo all of that. You could, but you won't. If it makes you feel better. The other nations are agreed to giving you compensation. Carl quivered, but he knew he was outvoted. Very well. I will put it aside for the sake of peace. Just then, marching was heard. The force gathered closely towards them. Hello, Ataturk, the director said simply. What exactly is the meaning of this, director? Ataturk said coldly. It's actually quite simple, old friend. Comes the part where I now double-cross you. My Janissaries here will make sure that you do not live past this point. With the war winding down, I can declare myself the supreme leader of Orangistan. Now, without any further ado, Janissaries, arrest the Lidair for treason. They did not move. Janissaries, arrest the Lidair! Nothing happened. The director grew flustered. What's the matter with you? They're not doing anything because they don't know how this is going to turn out, Ataturk said simply. Did you honestly think that you could assemble an elite personal guard and me not notice? I have no doubt that you will probably have indoctrinated them to be loyal to you, so that's why I inserted my own people in it as well, slowly changing them to be more loyal to me. It's rather your misfortune that you happened to choose the best of them, ones completely loyal to the Lidair. I'm sorry, old friend, but if you want to overthrow me, you're going to have to do better than that. How? The director snarled. As I told you, old friend, I am always 2 steps ahead. The director pulled out his pistol. Not if I have anything to say about it! But he couldn't bring himself to pull the trigger. It's not like he didn't have the will for it. He completely was going to do it. Unfortunately, his finger couldn't move, no matter how hard he tried, and his gun shaked a little. You forget, the White representative said. I was once an Orangistani myself, but I have since learned the joy of serving all the gods, and they have granted me their power as well. Ataturk is the leader of Orangistan at the gods' behests. Do not seek to fight them all. Ataturk smiled. While this was not part of his plan, the addition to this White's powers was a bonus. And more importantly, you really think it would be a good idea to attack every single one of the nations at the same time by killing the representatives here? Honestly, old friend, I thought you were more intelligent. The director snarled. You had hoped to take the other leaders hostage, not kill them, but he saw no other way out. Reluctantly, he put away his pistol. You've
beaten me in my own game.
Don't flatter yourself, Ataturk said. You were never a player. You gathered power for yourself when in reality, it was power I allowed you to gain. I knew you were doing this whole time, and I have alerted my friends accordingly. Ataturk snapped his fingers. Janissaries, arrest this filth, and make sure that he goes to a place where light never reaches him. The Janissaries did just that. Well, that was certainly interesting, Carl said. And now that that little distraction has been dealt with, Ataturk said, let's discuss the future of the world. Later that evening, the director, who was kept in a comfortable holding cell on his way to prison, thought about everything that had happened. He had it all. And somehow, Ataturk beat him anyway. It wasn't always like this. He was a loyal man. He just succumbed to the lure of power. Still, he didn't regret it at all. His only regret was the fact that he couldn't do it successfully. It did not matter. That representative from the Whites was a problem that needed to be dealt with. Just then, the door opened, and an unusual assortment of people entered. Hello there, a pink soldier said. You must be the director. Former director, he replied. Well, we hope to change that. I want you to come with us. Don't worry, the guards are shifting. The director wasn't used to taking orders from someone, but this was his biggest chance, so he took it. Taken away, the director found himself in the midst of, people from all the army nations of the world. Welcome to our society, the pink said simply. These are all people who are determined to see the restoration of true order in the world. The director calmly looked on. These were all members thinking of secrets. What is your purpose with this society? It's quite simple, the pink explained. We're going to bring about pink rule. By proxy. You know that the blues have taken over our homeland. Well, it's only fair that we take the world as a result. This secret society was formed out of revenge? No, this secret society was formed after the First Great War. It's now here that we shall triumph once more. The director saw that one yellow. Was that one soldier who wanted to overthrow Giorno? He guessed that he was thrown out, and this pink picked him up. And so, what's your plan? Well, I haven't really got a plan, the pink said simply. I simply just wanted to rescue you. The plan is to let the blues overstretch themselves, and then, when the time is right, we'll take in, and once again, pink hegemony across the world will be ours. The director simply chuckled. That's not good enough, old boy.
Ziel ausgeschaltet!
The others stood around in shock as the director killed the last true pink right in front of them. Listen up. From now on, I'm in charge. Do any of you have a problem with that? None of them did. Honestly, this waiting around for true hegemony is just ridiculous. Perhaps maybe this Orangistani had a better idea. The yellow spoke up for them. We will let you be our leader if you have something better in mind for us. Oh, I have something better in mind for you, old friend, the director simply stated. But today, the society, whatever it was named before, will initiate a new name. The Star Crushers. I may have some plans in mind, but I do have one overall goal to my plan.
What plan are you proposing?
The Tan said. Well, it's quite simple, actually. The weavers of men's fates. We are not allowed to choose for ourselves.
Why can't we not just choose for ourselves?
My plan, an overall goal, is emancipating us from the rules of other beings
to ensure that we will dominate our own destiny.
The Grey gasped.
You're not serious. You're...
That's right, friend. I'm talking about the complete and utter destruction
of the gods themselves.
And he pulled out a book, and with this book that I have swiped, I'm sure that it will provide us with all the answers we need to accomplish this goal.
I will give you all a new purpose.
Do you not want that? They all nodded. Good. Then let's get started. Meanwhile, in a realm of utter darkness, an entity within stirred, knowing its time of ascension was close at hand.